Tensions boiled over as separatist supporters, furious with the court's decision, tried to block Barcelona's airport. As clashes broke out, police began making arrests, but outside more protesters were flooding in, the disruption causing flight delays and even cancellations. Earlier, the demonstrators had marched through the city streets, forcing road closures. They say the jailed leaders are political prisoners and their sentences are too harsh.
We have no words to express the deception that we feel with Spain. We are Spanish today, and they're treating us this way. We absolutely cannot believe that.
I felt angry, sad, and worried too. Worried because these people, they're going to wreck their lives. 10 years for what they did is outrageous. It's just an embarrassment.
This follows the most politically charged trial in recent Spanish history. 12 leaders of the separatist movement were charged with rebellion, sedition and misuse of public funds for organising the illegal 2017 independence referendum and declaring secession from Spain shortly afterwards. Although the more serious charge of rebellion was dropped, 9 of the 12 were found guilty of sedition.
The Catalan government and I personally reject these verdicts because we consider them unjust and anti-democratic, and because they are part of a political trial and wide-ranging campaign of legal action against Catalonia's right to self-determination and against the independence movement.
From the national government came a rejection that the separatists are political prisoners.
Nobody is above the law. Nobody is above the law. In a democracy like Spain, nobody is subject to trial for his or her ideas or politics, but rather for criminal conduct as provided by the law.
And that idea, the government says, applies to the former Catalan president Carles Puigdemont, who fled to Belgium. The Supreme Court has now issued a European arrest warrant for him.
The Supreme Court ruling confirmed there is a strategy of repression and revenge against all the Catalan citizens who sought democratic ways to make their will for independence possible.
But independence is a divisive issue for Catalans. Despite the show of separatist support on the street, recent polls indicate only 44% actually want independence. The jailed separatists will now appeal their convictions. In the meantime, their supporters are calling on the government and even the king to intervene and offer an amnesty. Until that happens, these protesters say they'll continue their campaign of non-violent disruption, meaning Spain's worst political crisis in decades rolls on. Sarah Morice, TRT World, Barcelona.